Say that again. Oh, that's cool. That's fun. Bam, we're live. Good morning. Good to see everyone. Sevi, have you seen the correlation between Charlie Kirk and the Snake Eyes movie, 1998? I did see that. I did see that. There's the crazy part is I would need to see the movie to believe it, even though I saw the clip run. This morning, I watched an entire video on how the home that had the Ring camera footage was owned by Palantir, the Israeli weapons company, and then within 2 seconds of going in the comments, people were disproving it. And it's like there's so much crazy stuff. I watched a clip on this morning on how the microphone was a weapon that fired the bullet from his chest out his neck. I mean, I'm staying on top of it all, but like I still don't believe any of it. I'm just like I don't disbelieve any of it. I'm just like taking it all in. You know, the yesterday I watched a 30-minute documentary on Erica Kirk and basically how she was raised to be a Israeli asset, and they knew all along that was the plan. I mean, I'm watching so much shit on it, but it just kind of just all I don't I'm still sitting in the camp of retard shooter, just like I guess in kind of like a holding pattern. What really the video I saw yesterday that really kind of like I was like, oh shit, and I'm not sure what to think about it, but if you didn't see the James O'Keefe video from yesterday, that's the one you got to see. It has nothing to do with Kirk. It's about the Epstein files. And they got a FBI agent who was in the FBI who said he interviewed 30 of the kids who were on the Lolita Express. He was in charge of doing the witness interviews in Florida, and he said that that's a crazy spy cam shit. I guess there was a guy talking in the airport, and one of O'Keefe's spies recorded the conversation, and it's wild. It is wild. Basically, he says that. I mean, it's all stuff that kind of we know, but basically he says that it'll be out soon that Epstein was a CIA asset, and that even though Trump wasn't on the plane when any girls were molested, Bill Clinton was, or not molested, raped. And he just goes into detail about a bunch of shit he uncovered. It's pretty wild. I mean, shit, like I don't even know if that's true, but if you want to see, that's like, yeah, that's a crazy video. Check that out. That just came out yesterday. Fucking wild that nothing will come of that O'Keefe video either. The one part at the very end, the letter from the FBI is so is so that when they respond to O'Keefe is so childish, and they said the guy hasn't worked in they said the guy hasn't worked for the FBI in 15 years. But the one crazy thing that I keep hearing about the case, and I don't know if I'm going to get this exactly right, is when they originally did the case, when they originally investigated Epstein, the warrant they got to search his shit, his electronic shit or his home or whatever, only allowed them to look at stuff for like a small 3-year window. And Kash Patel keeps bringing that up over and over as an explanation for why Epstein got away. And that basically the investigation, the original investigation that put him in jail just for the week, he got out on weekends, was just a facade. So I know, right. Yeah, exactly. What if O'Keefe is also an asset and just leaking what they want you to know? Yeah. I mean, yeah, exactly. I know. I thought of that too. Like, who knows? That's why I just let it all kind of come in. I try not to like make any decisions on any of it. Let me see if I sent Jayson the right link. Okay. I think I sent Jayson. Jayson Hopper will be coming on today. Oh, can you bring me the work phone? Yeah, it's over there. Not my personal phone, but just a work phone. Yeah, this is fine. I forgot. This is my phone, not your phone? Yeah. All right. I watched both of Chris Beesterfield's podcasts. I watched the one with Brian and the one with Tommy. I got really nothing on either of them. No strong opinions. Nothing stuck. You know, when someone says something and it sticks, nothing like stuck to like, you know, I wasn't triggered. I guess the one thing that stood out, and I had mentioned this also, I mentioned it a couple years ago. That year Lazar died at the games. I don't know what happened, but after he died, the media pit was like empty, and usually the media pit's just jam packed. I don't know if everyone went home or what happened, or if they changed who could be in the media pit or not. But basically, it was just a few of us in there, and it was just me and Tommy and Heber and Mars. And I had mentioned this before, and my sentiment was exactly what Tommy said. I enjoyed hanging out in there with those guys. I was able to we were more than cordial. So, I enjoyed hanging out with them that year. I had said that right when I came home from the games that year. And there was one more thing that I thought about that Tommy said. Oh, when Tommy described the kind of the dismantling and the firing of the media department, that was very accurate. Everything he said was accurate. All of his feelings and sentiments and everything, and the frustrations and how good everything was. I mean, all that. He was actually gentle, but that was all. That part I was like, yeah. And he's talked about that before in podcasts, and I've jumped in the comments and said, yeah, that's accurate the way he described that. I thought about writing it yesterday, but then I was like, nah, fuck it. I'm at the beach. I'm not gonna go. I was listening in my ear. I didn't want to go dig out my phone. And that's it. Oh, there was one more thing. In the Brian podcast, he said this part was kind of funny. He said that I would tell him things about Tommy, and he would say, I don't care. I don't care. You guys are both my friends. The irony about that was it was actually Brian, the one who told me the shit Tommy was saying about me. So he had that story backwards. He was telling me the shit Tommy was saying. I wasn't telling him the shit Tommy was saying. So he painted it like he was Switzerland, or I don't know how he was trying to paint it. But that part wasn't accurate. Yo,
what's up, dude?
What's up, champ?
How are you?
Good.
Am I good? Audio good?
Yeah. I had a weekend staring at you and your buddies with your shirts off, running around in the sand.
You said, how was it?
No, I said I had a great weekend.
Oh, it was good. It was good to see you, bro. Where you at right now?
I'm still here. I'm in Newport Beach still.
Oh, just hanging out?
Yeah.
How far you live away from Newport?
300 miles north.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I gotta ask you just like I gotta expose my insecurity to you real quick.
All right.
When I saw you and Dallin at the event, Dallin seemed a little standoffish, and it made me insecure.
Really?
Yeah. Was he just quiet, or like there was just a crowd around and he was just feeling shy, or he wanted to get back? Or was there something else? I think me and Dallin are good. I love Dallin.
One of my dog's in the way. Look at this right here. He's trying to give me kisses.
That doesn't even look like a real dog. That looks like you just pulled a stuffed animal out of your lap. Like I made you feel uncomfortable, so you hugged your security blanket. Yeah, I don't like the hesitation either, Jeff Bako. I know. He needs to just be like, yo, yeah, no, what do you mean? You and Dallin are way cool. Dallin loves you.
You know, that's weird.
Did I just misread it? Tell me I misread it, and let's move on.
I want to say you didn't just misread it.
Someone told me. Go ahead.
I think Dallin likes you.
Oh, so I did misread it.
I said, yeah, I said it.
Oh, okay.
Or did
Yeah.
I said you didn't.
Yeah, or I don't know. I just heard it. I don't want to. I don't know. That's how insecure I am. I just heard it the way I want to do.
I
Someone
think
told me it was because his manager was there, and I've been a dick to his manager before, and so like he was kind of caught in the middle. I'm like, there's no way he can be thinking about that stuff. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there was just too much going on.
yeah. I think I think you could I think he could probably be thinking about that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. The complexities and the social complexities of friendship.
Yeah, I do think you're thinking too much into it though.
Stefan, you're acting like a female. Stop overthinking it. My estrogen levels are high this week.
Yeah, bro. Quit overthinking it.
Um.
Hold on, I'm pulling up the comments.
Oh yeah, the comments are fun. You like the comments?
Yeah, they're a bit distracting though, but I love being distracted.
They're kind of cool. You can use them as a prop. Like anytime the show gets slow or, you need a little break. Excuse me. You can just look into it.
Well, the first one I read is one thing Jason has never been accused of is thinking. Bro, I'm literally the smartest person here.
There's only two of us.
What's been new, man?
Just loving life. Living the good life. Living the good life. Hanging out at the beach, throwing the old pigskin around, playing with the kids, seeing you guys compete. It's a good life.
What did you think about coming on our pod and having darkness and light collide?
Dude, so we were just down at the venue, just like waiting, just sitting at our little podcast table, not doing anything. And then someone goes, "Oh, Boys Interrupted is live over there." So literally we got up, me and Souza and Jenny, and we trotted over there. We jogged over there.
Yeah.
And then someone said that was funny. The whole thing was funny. I really liked it. I thought, and you know what, Justin's an MVP. Like
he really is.
He really works the podcast. Dallin was great. You guys were all great. You guys all took. There were some funny lines in there. There were
What'd you remember?
The darkness and light one was funny. It was funny when Justin had Kellogg's as a sponsor. I raised my hand that I liked it. And then Dallin said to him, "Oh, look, you and Sevon are getting along or agree on something."
He said that? I missed that.
Yeah. That's in Jenny's clip. And then you asked him, "What? You don't think that they support us?" And he answered it really well. Well, they support some people.
That's crazy.
I had a really healthy, positive relationship with his parents. And then it went sideways. As Justin kept getting ass pounded on the show, which I totally understand. If you're his parents and a group of dudes is ass pounding your kid, you're like, fuck you.
Yeah.
But then every time I see his parents are cool as shit to me. I always go say hi to him. I was super excited. My one of my sons got to meet Justin's dad and shake his hand. And so all in all, it's just good people. I think it's just good people. You know what I mean? And the internet gets squirrely, but I thought it was good. Did you like it? Do you like those little kind of weird, uncomfortable moments? I mean, obviously you do. You threw that jab out.
I did try to make it a little uncomfortable. I like drama a little bit. It has its place in life. I do think it could be a little overboard and a little uncomfortable, but I thought it was. I try to keep it appropriate.
What's crazy is that Olympic runner chick, that Shakira.
Yeah.
Like literally, there's video of her bullying her boyfriend at a fucking airport, like trying to start a fight with him. Have you seen that? And she gets arrested at the airport. This happened 2 months ago.
No.
That's crazy. So she gets arrested at the airport, and I'm thinking to myself, how. And then recently, when Sinner and Alcaraz played, Yahoo reported that they were banging the same chick at the U.S. Open, and they show a picture of the chick. And I'm thinking to myself, how is it any drama that Danielle's dog bit someone? Like, who cares? Like, it's funny relative to those.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
Like, you guys, No one is diming anyone out for banging the same chick at Wadapalooza. You know what I mean? There's no footage of you of Grace Ann slapping you. I
That's
almost
right.
said you slapping Grace Ann, but that would have been sacrilege.
No, I totally. I do think there's just when it comes to drama and CrossFit, there's nothing to really compare it to. So it's like any drama is like just crazy.
Yeah, and the guy who's the biggest bully in the space put a dildo in his mouth on our show, Taylor. It's like, hey, dude, like he put a green dildo in his mouth. Like
That doesn't surprise me.
he did a whole show with the dildo. You know, we brought a dildo there to throw onto the field
Really?
play.
Why didn't you?
Just because I want to say it's because we weren't motivated or didn't have the manpower, but maybe it's also we pushed out. But there was a perfect place to do it. I was hoping Pool Boy or someone would be there that I knew that I could trust, and they could go up on the pier. And while you were doing the workout, that first day, I wanted to do it on the first day so that it caused tension of the rest of the week as another dildo going to fly out. And I thought someone could go up on the pier and just throw the green dildo out while you guys were doing Fran onto the. It'd have been cool, right?
That'd have been crazy. If I saw that during the event, I probably would have laughed. But the people who don't have the context for that would be like, what's going on? And I 100% think that most CrossFitters and CrossFit fans they're not watching like basketball and football like that. So they're going to have like no context for what's happening.
Really? Do you think like your mom knows about the green dildo at the WNBA? No, she doesn't know. You don't think she's just seen it on the news or something or on? No.
No, dude.
Oh, I thought everyone knew. I thought that was like the biggest thing in sports.
It is, but not everybody watches sports.
I don't even watch sports, and I know about it.
Yeah, but you're in the media. You're in the know. You're getting. You're on the. You're seeing that stuff on your reels.
Yeah, yeah.
Not everybody is like that, dude.
All right. Hey, I got a whole bunch of clips and fun things for you.
To send to me or to watch?
No, to
Like
to show you. Just like I went through your Instagram and I was like, oh, this is so cool. Do you remember this day?
I do, all too well.
He held the sword of He-Man over his head. And today, Jayson Hopper has the power. Hopper is the fittest man on earth.
Dude, look at the weight just lifted off my shoulders in this video.
Look at the what?
The weight.
Oh.
It's just a big sigh of relief.
Dude, he used a He-Man reference. Do you even know who He-Man is?
No, who's He-Man? Dude,
It's a cartoon from the 80s. You got to see it. Get the DVDs and watch it. It's so good.
Okay, I will. I watched that video a couple of times, and you could literally, I ruined Chase's like entire plan because he thinks I'm going to go unbroken because I have like 20 feet left, and I drop, and it's just like a huge pause, and I ruin it. Like he starts talking again and like finishes what he's doing as soon as I pick up. You got to watch the whole thing. It's not in this video.
Yeah.
But it definitely messes up what he was trying to do.
Like build up like he was doing poetry. He was reading a poem.
Yeah. And then I just stopped it for a second and it was like, okay, little pause.
But all those years of work, all like kind of summed up in a second.
Yeah, I mean, I knew I was going to win probably halfway through that event. So I really was trying to take it all in on that final lunge.
And you said that you felt in another post, you said you felt like the weight of the world come off your shoulders.
Yeah.
It really felt like that?
For sure. It's kind of hard to explain, but it was like more so like I mean, it's been, 5 years, and especially just coming onto the scene, there was, that initial expectation and all that stuff. And, I finally did it. And there was a lot of expectations that I put on myself. So like the weight that I spoke about is more so like my weight that I put on myself, but also, what other people expected. So
Do
all
you
that kind
remember
of,
do you remember when you had the biggest doubt? Like, I think you went to some regional Granite games or something. Sorry if I'm getting it wrong. And you kicked ass. You won, right? You took first place.
yeah.
And then I had heard you say, you've been on the show before, and you're like, you knew you did well there, but you knew you had some holes in your game that would get exposed at the games that year. But was there ever like, do you remember your lowest moment between that and winning the games?
Getting cut at the games.
You know what's crazy though? When I saw you there, you seemed in such good spirits. Like I saw you like you seemed in such good spirits still.
Honestly, to be honest, that I probably didn't have as much doubt there than I have other places. I'm trying to think of when I had the most doubt.
Is it when you've been alone in training?
Uh, that's part of it. There's definitely some insecurity, and you could have maybe a bad week and start feeling doubt. But when I got cut at the CrossFit Games, it wasn't a doubt in my fitness. It was just a prep issue. Like I overtrained. And so when I cleaned that up, even after I got cut, I was going through the workouts, coming in last on the last one on the running workout. And that was kind of when I knew it was not my fitness. When I came in last on that, like Helena, the last event before I got cut was running, and was a big running workout. And I came in last, and it clicked then. It was like, okay, this has nothing to do with like what I have, like what my potential. It has to do with how I got ready for this weekend. And
How did you know? How did you know? No
because
party was like, oh shit.
I shouldn't be coming in last in a running workout. I mean, that was a low skill. It was all like just raw capacity to be able to run fast, do some dumbbell snatches at 50 pounds and 12 or 3 sets of 12 bar muscle ups. Like anybody could do that. And it all comes down to how fast you could do it, how fast you're going to push that run. And yeah, I mean, you could literally see the next year we did a similar workout with 100 pounds and total bar and run in the Dickley strip it, and I won. It was the same stimulus. It's just a little heavier on the dumbbell and total bar instead of bar muscle ups. But it's the same idea. It's like it's just who's gonna push this run, and it's gonna be just raw capacity. And I knew it was just a prep issue. So that wasn't one I was doubting the most.
Hey, how do you know when you have a fair analysis like that? Like I'm overtrained versus like you're just making an excuse. Is it clear to you the difference? Like how did you not let it creep in that like, hey, just those dudes are better than me, or just like I'm not fit enough, or
I think it had to come down to like the history of my career at that point. There have been plenty of moments. I had obviously been in the top 3 or even top 5 up to that moment, but it was clear that I was like a top 10 athlete at that time. And I took 7th the year before. I took 7th like 3 years in a row at Rogue. And so like I knew, and the numbers didn't lie, that I was a top 10 athlete, not the best, not even top 5, but like definitely in the top 10 at that point. And so there was no excuse. Like I knew where I stood against the field at that time. And taking a 30th was like, okay, this is not, something's off.
it was the last time you were on, it was crazy how clear you described overtraining. And I made that clip, which I titled the most important fitness advice you could ever get. And it was just wild. I had never heard anyone say that. You talked about like, hey, you need to, if you're not doing what you want to be doing in the workout with the right intention, you need to stop doing that workout.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a viewpoint. Me and Tia were arguing all weekend about it.
Oh, you were? Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, she comes from, OG CrossFit days, and, she's coming from, the champions don't quit mentality. And yeah, so her viewpoint was basically like, you don't quit no matter what. And no matter how hard it is, no matter how slow you're going, you just don't quit. And like, I definitely get that. But, and by the way, I don't quit and I had to tell her, like, I don't quit when things get hard. Like, when I'm mentally like just worn out, or like I can't go to that mental place, like I'm not gonna quit. It's when my body is just going through the motions and I'm not really getting anything out of what's happening. Like, why would I go all in when I could just recover and come back with, fully recover for the next piece whenever that time is? And so, like, why would I continue to put myself in a deficit? Because the more I put myself in a deficit, it's just going to make it longer for me to get back to 100%. And so that was my whole point to her, was like, if I'm not creating like the right adaptations and the right, like, if I'm not achieving the stimulus that I need in this workout, or even remotely close to it, what is the purpose of me just, dragging ass in a workout just to say I did it? Just because champions don't quit and we do hard things. Like, yes, I've done that. And I did that throughout the entire summer of Vermont. Like, you think I was fully recovered? You think I was getting the adaptations I needed in a deficit like that? I was in a deficit that entire July. Like, I was just worn out. Like,
Shit.
I wasn't quitting. Like, Matt Fraser was watching every single workout. You think I was quitting in front of him? No, I was going to make sure everything got done. But the issue with that was it just kept putting me in a deeper hole. And so we argued. It was a playful argue. Me and her are cool. We don't hate each other.
What do you think? What do you think was? Do you think she ever heard? Do you think she ever heard you? Do you think that maybe she even learned something from you saying that?
She literally said, "I respect and understand your viewpoint." So take that as you wish. But yeah, I definitely think that, because at the same time, like, I did have this theory and I did have like what I'm saying to you right now, but it helped that I won. It helped that I
right.
The proof is in the pudding. So like I did what I'm telling her and it worked. And so it's just, she can't really say it's wrong. She can only say like, hey, I guess you shouldn't do that.
Right.
But yeah, I think, we had a pretty good conversation about it. And
I think you have to know yourself pretty well to get to that place to be able to distinguish which ones. It's like you said, you're not quitting because they're hard.
Right.
You're not
for sure. And only I would know the difference between that. Like, you're not going to be able to see that even, watching me at the gym. You're not going to be like, okay, that you're not going to be able to distinguish. Only I will actually know. And I'm going to have to be honest with myself in those moments. Am I being like a mental midget here? And I don't want to do this because, it's too hard, or I don't want to be here, or I'd rather be having fun, or, chilling, or being comfortable, or whatever it may be. Like, if you're going to quit because of that, then, man, we're going to have a sit down with yourself and go through this. Or are you going to quit because, I don't even call it quitting. I don't like the word quitting. I know I say I quit workouts, but I use the term stop. It's a more positive word.
Yeah.
I stopped workouts. And by the way, I think we talk about this. We've talked about this a lot. I don't want people to think that I stop workouts on a weekly basis or even, monthly. It's really when it's late July and the volume and intensity is super high, when it's game straining, and we're trying to perfect the prep. Those are the times that you got to be like so in tuned with yourself and like make the right decisions in those moments, because it could tilt a little bit too much, and you just want to be right on that line. And so like, that's not happening all year long, is what I don't want people to think, it's a 50-50 chance Jayson, quits this workout today. Like, that's not happening. That's not. I would say out of 100 workouts, maybe there's a chance that I stop one of them.
Right.
And even the chances of that are pretty slim. I would say this past year, all throughout training, I probably stopped 2 times,
Okay.
2 or 3 times.
Speaking of stopping, my take, when I saw you guys did that first workout and Tia took last place, I was like, there's no one in the world who could have predicted that. Like no one. Like that seems so bizarre to me. And then she just didn't seem. She gave a great pep talk that we were thankfully we got to see to her team, which was really cool. And then her and Ricky, who you have to say if there was a male female couple, that's like as good as it gets. And then they just got destroyed by Danielle and Pat. But not only that, Tia stopped the second set of wall balls. I think she broke it at least twice. Is there something going on with her that you gleaned off of her?
No, I think she was just hasn't been training. It's hard. It's hard. I think people expect her.
Yeah, we do expect it.
Maybe to not like not even train and just be able to come in there and to be a cakewalk. And it's just like that's unrealistic. Like the things that you see and like what you have saw for the last 8 years from her is done after intense training and intense preparation. And so like when she puts on a show, she's like ready for that show. And I would say this past weekend, she probably wasn't as ready as, people, I guess, expected her to be. But she did come out and looked a little flat on the Echo Fran. And that's
that was so weird.
I know, but that's such an intense workout that if you're not training for that, then it's no matter what, it's going to expose you.
So do you know for a fact? Like, did you hear? Oh, she hasn't been training.
Yeah, she told me right after.
Oh, she did.
Yeah, I went up to her and said, "At least you didn't quit."
Okay, so that's all. So you think, we've been joking around that she's pregnant. So you think it's simple as that she won the games, and that's not what percentage? You think that's 80% of Tia we saw at the games?
I didn't watch her one time at the games this year.
Okay, well, she won and she kicked ass.
Well, I know that.
So you're not shocked at all about that 8th?
No, because I understand it. Like I understand what happened. Like she's human. She didn't train. She probably has been chilling and hanging out with her daughter and enjoying, her championship again. Like that's life. That's sport. That's literally like when you win a Super Bowl, you don't get into training camp 2 months later. You go to freaking Disney World.
Right. What percent? What percentage of you do you think that you were 80% at Waza?
I'd say so. Yeah.
90%?
No. I mean, when you say like 80%, is it like 100% was games prep?
That guy who crosses the finish line and you see his shoulders relax.
Yeah, I think there was like
what percentage?
80. It's 80% prep, but it's also there's some mental like, I guess I wouldn't say I'm not mentally there as much as I am at the games because I'm so locked in on the like what I want, and this has been like something I've been training for 5 years. Like this is what we just did at TYR was like, yes, we wanted to win and we wanted to represent the continent and do really well and do this, but at the same time it's not something we've been thinking about for the last 5 years. So like going into that, the mental and like physical expectation for yourself and how bad you want it does not compare to winning the CrossFit Games. So the getting to that same place that I was at, crossing the finish line or going into that final event, it's uncomparable. So like saying, so that would be the equal distinguisher between the two. Like, yes, I didn't lose my fitness per se, like over the last, 3 months. There are probably some things that I'm lacking, or probably wasn't like as, maybe I wasn't as like strong in, because I haven't been doing as much over the last few months, but everything was fine, like nothing was, lacking. It was just the mindset was probably a little bit different.
So you show up to the games and it's 5 years of prep and then coming down to a singular focus, and basically the rest of the world goes away. It's like,
Yeah.
shit, I'm just here, and it's just these tasks are the only things that matter in life right now. And then WFP and Wadapalooza and Rogue, it's not like that. There's like
it's just different. I wouldn't say Rogue and WFP isn't like that, because we all want to win, but I would say that winning the CrossFit Games is at the top of the list.
yeah, I didn't mean to say you don't want to win. This is not what I'm trying to say, but I'll say this too. Way less stress at those events. Like there is like
way less stressed.
Way less stress. Yeah.
Yeah.
You might sign like
Well, it's also weird because at WFP we've only done events that aren't like they're not the final results, and so there is room for a little bit of error. So it's not like the whole final standings doesn't come down to.
So you're saying it might be different in Copenhagen, like for the championships,
right?
Like something like, let me push it a little further. Something like if you were running out for Wadapalooza onto the floor, you might stop and sign an autograph, or WFP, you might stop and sign an autograph. And at the games, it's like, fuck you. I'm like going to that starting line, and I'm locked in.
Yeah.
Tell me about this guy. This was an incredible post you made. One of the best decisions I've ever made was trusting this man. He's the most intelligent coach in the game, and he was everything I needed in order to take the next step. He challenged me daily. How long have you been with Elle now?
A little less than a year.
And it doesn't bother you that he dwarfs you? You're usually the biggest dude in the room?
It doesn't bother me.
What is that relationship like? You talk to him daily?
For the most part. I mean, we're not having like a phone call every single day, but I send him the results of my day pretty much every single day.
And can you describe the trust you're talking about?
I mean, I didn't trust him right when we started. I wouldn't say I didn't trust him. It took a second for me to trust him right when we first started working together. And I started seeing results in training, and I started feeling better, and I started seeing things that I hadn't for, ever, because I've been under one training camp for pretty much the entire time. So we were doing things differently, and it was just, I was being challenged in a way that I was being challenged every single day in a way that I've never been challenged. And, whether it was a different style of working out or a different style of, he would text me and be like, hey, this is what I want to achieve in this workout, or, this is the purpose of this. And it's like, it was something that, I've, never really tried or stepped into. So like I was being challenged, and I started seeing the results, and then I'd go to a competition and, I do really well. And it was a gradual trust. It was like, okay, like he's actually, he knows what he's talking about. I'm getting much fitter in all these areas that have taken a long time to get, push the needle on. And so like over time, I'd, just come to terms with like, hey, dude, this dude knows what he's talking about. He's, one of the best in the game. And yeah, I would say after a few competitions of doing really well, I mean, I trust him, and he's very like even kill. He's sort of like JR in a lot of sense.
Yeah, I get that from L too.
He doesn't talk a whole lot. He's just very stoic, and he when things go bad at competitions, he's very even kill, and exactly what you would want when you win an event and when you come in last. It's just the same and
Same dude.
it's the same dude on to the next workout. Let's get ready. Don't overthink whatever just happened. Don't look too much into it. But I mean, I trust him, and it's hard to really describe the trust that I do have for him, but I would say it's still building, and our relationship is still relatively young compared to, most relationships I have. And so I'm, stoked for the future with us.
Could L cover you on a slant?
No, nobody can.
Can you give me an example of when you say it's different? Can you give and he lets you know what you're going to get out of a workout? Can you give me an example of that?
I think it comes down to, I mean, it could be as simple as these are the intervals that you're going to do today. And with HWPO, we did a lot of the same stuff. Like we always did, like for instance, we always did the 40-minute EMOM. And what happens is we did a 40-minute EMOM every single week. I've done it 40-minute EMOM every single week for 5 years or 4 years. Nothing, and by the way, nothing is bad with the 40-minute EMOM. It's a great training tool, and it got me really, really fit. It helps you get a lot of capacity in a lot of areas, and nothing's wrong with it. The issue is I became calloused to the 40-minute EMOM because I've done it so many times, and so like I wouldn't go into that workout anymore like scared. Because I know I've done it so many times. I know exactly how bad this is going to hurt. And just done it over and over and over and over and over. So even no matter how hard that 40-minute EMOM is, I know exactly what to expect every single time. And there was a few other things with HWPO that we did like that, even with intervals. And so like when I got with L, we rarely did the same thing. Like I'm talking every day. Every week, every day, we go into something and I've never done it before. And I'm like, I have no idea what to expect from this. But on paper, this scares me. And I'm procrastinating doing it in the gym because, this is gonna rock my world. And, all like the fears. And I was learning like in the early stages of working together, like I'm always scared to do this workout. Like I was always going into workouts, like intimidated and like, man, this is gonna be tough. This is gonna be challenging. This is gonna require like every bit of me, and every single day, and that compounds.
So give me an example of this EMOM, the one you would do every week for HWPO. Was it like 15 cals with a 20-pound vest on the assault bike, and then 15 burpees on alternating minutes for 40 minutes? Is that stuff like that? Or?
It could be like 18 cal echo bike, 1 minute, and then you have like maybe 7 ring muscle ups, and then the third minute you have like 15 burpees, and then something else, toe to bar.
But every week it would be pretty much the same, and so you would know. So it became
I would know like, hey, on this bike for 18 cals, it's gonna be above 80 RPM, above 500 watts. It's gonna freaking sting. I'm gonna get it done in 40 seconds. I know exactly how I'm gonna feel after that 40 seconds. My heart rate's gonna be up, but I'm gonna have 20 seconds to kind of dip and get ready for this next movement. And the ring muscle ups are gonna be kind of where I sort of I breathe a little bit, and then the burpees are gonna sting. Again, it's gonna take about 40 seconds. I'm gonna do them as fast as I can. And it was clockwork, man. And by the way, it got me really fit. It allowed me to have a capacity because, and I think that's crucial because you need volume and you need a base before you can really add intensity. And, doing 150 burpees over 40 minutes and doing 70 ring muscle ups, like in that sort of like workout was really healthy and really good for me. And I needed that in my training because I didn't have the volume at that time. Like I was still getting better. Like I still needed to be, 100 burpees in, pushing the same pace. I needed to be doing 70 ring muscle ups at a time. So like nothing was wrong with that. It was just when I was ready for something else, like that needed to happen. I needed to shift to something else when I was ready. And I would say I've just been challenged, like, going into, and it's still happening. Like, I go into workouts every single day, and I'm like, man, this is gonna be hard.
And you don't, and you can't kind of like even get your head wrapped around it when you go into it, and you can't game it. You're just like, oh shit, this is going to unfold like a book because of the differences. Yeah, that's cool. Sounds scary. I feel like Jayson enjoys playing the heel, but is smarter and more thoughtful than he cares to let on. Glad you had him on. Oh. Any comments on that?
I mean, if you want to, I guess I think I do say some. Never mind. I'm not even going to comment. It's not even worth like trying to explain myself, or even like, people are going to have their thoughts no matter what.
But you're learning. You seem to be having more and more fun every day.
For sure.
You're figuring out.
But I've always had fun, dude.
Right. I agree. It seems like, let me rephrase that then. It seems like more and more people are having fun with you. Like they're starting to understand your sense of humor and like things like this. Like this is like, who does this to their buddy in the middle of a workout? This is crazy.
I think like, how people hated Bryson DeChambeau?
No, is that a football player?
Oh my gosh, never mind. It's not even worth comparing.
Is he the guy who threw the dildo?
No.
Oh, okay. Why didn't you do this workout?
Because Dallin was the man for it.
Did he want you to do it and you wanted him to do it?
Yeah, he wanted me to do it, and I wanted him to do it.
Is that really how it was?
Dude, he was literally like, he was literally saying, this is the hardest workout I've ever done. Before. And
what was the workout again? It was 50 cals, 50 burpees. What was the other one? 50 of something else?
50 cal. The first one was 50 cal, 50 burpees.
Oh, 50, on the runner.
500.
50, yeah, 500 on the runner, 50 burpees over the bar, and 50 cal on the bike. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
With the 5 minute intervals?
Yeah. Same format. And he was like, hey, this is the worst workout I've ever done. And now, like, if he tells me that, why would I ever want to do that? If I have the option not to do that, why would I willingly choose? Like, now, if the team came and we were like, hey, we need to sit down and have a serious conversation, Jayson, you really do need to do this for our team, then yeah, 100%. Like I would be selfless in that moment and be like, all right, I'm willing to do this for the team because, I'm trying to win. I'm trying to do this for, the continent and
for the money, for
everything. And I'm willing to, put it all out there for the team. Like, yes, I would have done that then. But if we're talking about just me and Dallin in the room talking about, all right, who's going to go out there knowing that no matter what, we're going to win. And it's just going to come down to who we play. Then, of course, I want Dallin to be the one to do that. And plus, my whole viewpoint was Dallin knows what it takes to win this event because he's done it before.
Oh, he has?
He did it last year.
Oh, and it was the exact same event?
Yeah, just in reverse.
Oh, shit. Okay, I didn't know that.
So I was like, hey, dude, it's kind of like it's kind of how the Chiefs win the Super Bowl every year. It's because they have the advantage going to the next Super Bowl because they've done it before and they know how to win because, they keep doing it, and experience is like almost king. And so going into this workout, it was like, hey man, experience is king. And, you've been through this, you know exactly how this is going to feel. And it's kind of like an open workout. Like if you redo an open workout 2 days later,
yeah,
you're most likely going to have a better score because you have data, you have like, you just did it, when you need to change, what to expect. You're less intimidated by it. You have a better approach, all this kind of stuff. So that's kind of how I was, that's what I was saying to him to avoid having to do that.
And so, and did the whole team agree you should do it? Did Danielle was the team captain, and Pat, were they like, no, was anyone pressuring you to do it?
No, there was no pressure because we just knew like we were probably gonna win that event regardless.
What do you think about any thoughts on Guy not finishing the bike?
Did he not actually finish like the 50 cows?
I don't think he did.
I mean, I know that boy was hurting, man. I mean, I definitely don't. I don't like the idea of not finishing, but
neither.
I also understand. So like, I'm not gonna judge him for it. Like, I understand.
Okay.
I mean, it's literally one-on-one. Like, why does he need to? Why does he need to keep doing it if he lost already? Just for like, just because it's like.
Well, to get a score, to get it was
What score? What score?
to get it. Don't you want to get a score for every single one?
It was 1 point. It was literally the winner.
You mean for each event of the 3?
Yeah.
So once you lose, you lose. I wonder if Dallin shouldn't have even run then.
No, it was the total time. It was the total time.
Oh, okay. So then shouldn't he have gotten a score?
But he had the gap was so big, and he only had like 1 second. I think Dallin even had the lead going into that final bike. He had the lead.
Yeah, I think you're right by a bit, by like 10 seconds or something, right?
Yeah. So I mean, if he had to win by 10 seconds.
Right. I didn't like it that he didn't finish. What about did Dallin throw up afterwards? I heard he threw up. I didn't get to see
he did. Yeah.
Does he get adaptation from that? Does he fit? Do you get fitter from doing that?
I think so. I think, yeah. If not, you get exposure to it. I mean,
Definitely get exposure.
He knows what 50 cows feel like in that moment. And I feel like the way we saw it play out, it was probably better for him to maybe not go as hard out of the gate on the Echo bike, because and nobody knew this, because we all assumed that he would be able to just pump out 50 calories in 30 seconds, but no one took into account in what he had just previously done for the last 10 minutes. And so if I were to guess, he would have tried to stay at like maybe like 95 RPM, because he went as hard as he could. And then he was just like trying to hold on. And that's why him and Guy were just like holding probably like 70 at the end, like just trying to finish. So if I had to guess, he probably would have just brought down the watts a little bit at the start so he can maintain it a little bit more throughout. So just like having that awareness is like, I think, really important.
Hey, that discomfort he felt, have you ever felt that in your life, or how many times a year do you feel that where he went?
I don't think I've ever felt that. No. I mean, if what it looked like was actually how bad it was, like,
yeah,
if he was like fronting on any of it, then maybe I have felt it. But if he was like, okay, like this is exactly how I feel, and we saw it and was like, okay, like this matches what he actually feels like,
yeah,
and I don't think so.
Yeah,
I also don't think he would front or put on a show like that. So
yeah, that eye squinting shit he was doing was crazy. Like just like holding on for dear life.
He was hurting, man. He was hurting. It was fun to watch. It was fun to watch. It was
so fun to watch. It's the best bike event ever. It's the only good bike event in the history of CrossFit.
Yeah.
Okay. Here you are with your buddy. Are you and Ricky Garrard buddies?
I would say so, yeah.
Would he say so?
He would probably say we're cool.
You're cool. Okay. So what event is this? Is this the first event?
No, this is the first event on Saturday, so event 4.
Okay. And you're running, and are you in second place here?
Yes.
and he's in first place, right?
Yeah.
So he puts his hand out to shake your hand. Now you got your hand out like you're gonna give him the old high five. He's smiling at you like, "Hey, fuck you, I'm ahead of you."
Yeah.
And then right there, you turn and he knows. Did you know you were gonna do that when you saw him?
Yeah. I you got to understand the context of this.
Okay.
Going into this event, everybody knew that I needed a big lead in order to actually hold him off. I mean, he's top 3 runner in our space. I mean, him and Jeff are on a different level when it comes to running. And so, we were going throughout this event, and when the girls were rowing, we were like, okay, like I'm gonna have like a 10-second lead, which is not enough. And so I think we all knew what was about to happen, and I was gonna do my best to hold him off as long as I could. And so my goal was to basically, as soon as I got the green light to go, I sprinted as hard as I could, got out of sight before he even started the run, because there was a turn around a fence, probably like 50 yards away. And so I got out of there, and I mean, I'm looking at my watch, and I'm running like a 5:30
In the sand.
and in the sand. Like I'm like
crazy.
It was a little hard, especially at the beginning of it. And so I'm running hard, like just to try to like break some elastic here. And so I'm running literally not as hard as I could, but like I'm trying to get out as far as I can to like create a little bit of like margin and be like, so when Ricky comes around that corner in 10 seconds, like he sees a way bigger gap than what he maybe wanted. And so I'm running, and all of a sudden, like, man, I'm like, I can't sustain a 5:30 for that long. I mean, I have a 4K, so I got to be somewhat smart about it. So over like the course of the next, 2 or 3 minutes, man, I was like, my head was, and Grace Walton came up to me before we did that event, and she saw me running, warming up, and she said, you need to warm up your neck, because you're going to be doing a lot of looking back. And so we were running on the beach, and I had that comment in mind. I was like, I'll be damned if I ever look back. So I'm running, and all you could hear is behind me. And I'm like, oh man, that dude is coming. And what he did was basically he matched my intensity out of the gate. And his whole plan was he was going to catch me as fast as possible and maybe like recover for a little bit with me. And then once he felt recovered, he was just going to take off again. So that's exactly what he did. He basically caught me within the first like 2 or 3 minutes of that run. Essentially, he sprinted up to me. He, closed the 10, 12 second gap within like 2 or 3, not even 3 minutes. He was there, dude. He was like caught up. And at that point, we're 2 minutes in. I'm like, wow, okay, I can't really do anything about this now. So then, so we basically ran down the beach for a little bit together, because he was like gaining his breath back, and I was like just trying to like run with him. And we were talking at that point. We were like, because my whole thing was like, hey, if you get near me, let's just run together, and then you could beat me on like the last like 800 meters. Like, go for it if you want. But I was like, hey, it'd be a cool like little beach run together. We can chat, have a good time. Like it's we're gonna be out here for 15 minutes. I don't want to be running by myself. Like, let's go have a good time. We'll look back on it in a few years and be like, yeah, we had a good Zone 2 beach run in LA. Like that's the stuff you're gonna remember. And I'm like, we're having this conversation. We had this conversation beforehand because we knew this was a good possibility of all this happening. And during, I was like, so he's like getting out in front of me. I'm like, Ricky, dude, don't do this, bro. Don't do this, bro. Don't do this.
Oh, that's good.
And so he's like messing with me. He's running backwards in front of me. Like he's getting like 2 feet in front of me, like running my pace backwards. Like he's just, he's just being Ricky, and we're like laughing, having a good time, and then he takes off, and then he beats me, and on the way back, I was like, okay, like I see him, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try to push him, like I want to push him over, like I want to push him into the sand.
Yeah.
I want to push him. I want to push him down. I want to push him down. Yeah, that was, I saw him approaching, and that was obviously the goal. I wanted to do it. I mean, I wasn't going to hurt him or anything.
He reacted quick.
Yeah, he did.
Hey, when you were there, Dave showed up to town, and you guys had a little athlete summit, right? Little
Yeah.
athlete. And was it just the athletes who are competing in Wadapalooza, SoCal, Tier Wadapalooza, or were other athletes there? Like I saw Hattie Canyo was at the event. Was she invited to the meeting?
I believe so. Yeah.
And was she there? Did you see any athletes in the meeting who weren't?
No, I didn't see any. I didn't see anybody who wasn't competing.
And did all the athletes take Dave up on the offer? Was everyone there?
No.
Oh, who wasn't there?
There was a few, maybe a couple people missing, but for the most part, everybody was there. Just
You remember?
No, I don't remember.
Oh, you don't want to.
Oh, actually, I think everybody was there. Everybody that you would think would be there was there.
There were 16 athletes, right?
Yeah, I just don't feel like 16 people were in the room.
Okay. And how was that?
Honestly, I could be wrong. I wasn't looking around the room saying, okay, like all of Team World's here.
Okay. When Dave did his weekend review, he said he released some things to you guys that he's not going to release, but these guys are welcome to talk about it. Do you know what he was referencing?
That he shared stuff that wasn't public yet?
Yeah. He said,
a little bit, yeah.
And anything you can share with us? Did he tell you not to tell us?
He never said, hey, this is like private, but I mean, if it's not public, then I'm not going to be the culprit.
Yeah, gotcha. How was the meeting? What was overall? What would you say was the point of the meeting?
I would say for the first half of the meeting, we talked about this past games and what we liked, disliked, just our opinion of it all, the season, all that good stuff, and then the second half of the conversation was more about the upcoming season.
And did you get the impression that Vellner was going to compete this year?
Pat was sort of way more quiet than what I thought he was going to be. I thought he was going to have a lot of opinions because that's just, Pat does have a lot of opinions about things, and he's the spokesman in a lot of ways. And but for the most part, he was just taking it all in. He did have some thoughts, and he raised some questions definitely throughout, but more so on the back end because he wasn't at the game. So what's he gonna have to say? So the first half of the meeting, he didn't really have anything to say because he wasn't at the CrossFit Games. So I would say he was quiet for the most part until we started talking about the season. But I think he's definitely interested. I think.
Jayson, did you let Pat hold your CrossFit Games gold medal?
I did not.
Did you bring it with you to the event?
No.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
Never mind.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I gave him one of my leader jerseys because he's never had one.
Has he really never worn a leader jersey?
He's never wore a leader jersey.
Wow, what a crazy stat.
Yeah.
What was the mood of the meeting? Was it hostile towards Dave or was it chill? I've heard both. Dave told me it was chill, and other people told me it was tense.
I think it was pretty chill.
Yeah.
I don't think it was hostile. I think we had a good conversation. There was a lot of laughing. There was a lot of cutting up. I think. When we had to get serious and have a serious conversation, there was definitely. There were some topics that people definitely shared their opinion about, and maybe we didn't align necessarily in some ways. And so we definitely had a conversation, but for the most part, there wasn't a whole lot of, nobody was really up in arms or anything. Do
you think people were appreciative of it?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Did the Lazar incident come up?
No.
Not like specific. It didn't come up.
No.
And how was Tia in the meeting?
She probably talked the most.
Yeah, I heard she really took like a leadership role and was just like, was that cool?
Yeah, I would say so. She had a lot of feedback she had a lot of feedback of the past games, with stuff, and she had a lot of feedback, but also she provided a lot of like potential solutions to things. And she definitely gave her view and opinion on what she maybe wanted to see both at like what happened at the CrossFit Games and potential games. And so I would say she was definitely well spoken and definitely shared her opinion a lot more than everybody else, for sure.
You think that means that she's doing the games again next year?
Either that or she's wanting to be the best ambassador of the sport possible. I would say she's if I had to bet, I think she's competing again.
If you had to guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Did Sevon come up? Did you
Yes,
tell?
absolutely.
No, seriously?
Absolutely.
So I have to assume it was in a negative light.
You probably weren't painted in the best light, no. I'm just being honest, man. I'm just being honest.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, we definitely talked through the value of Savon and the Savon team and what y'all bring to the table.
Oh, in terms, someone was disappointed we didn't throw the dildo out.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
What was your take? What side did you were you upvote or downvote?
I remained silent during that one.
You did, okay. All right. What did Tia say? I only care what you and Tia think.
I'm not a snitch.
All right. What's crazy about this video is a few weeks before this video, you made this post. You made a post of you, I think, cleaning 387 pounds, and you said, "I want to be ready for the opportunity to get a PR." Where is this? Is this at WFP?
Yeah.
And then, can you walk me through this? What's going on here? Is this really the first time you ever did 400?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Well, I hit, like I said, 387. Well, I hit 365 in training like a couple weeks before, and it felt really good. And I've always wanted to hit 400, but I also know I needed a lot of adrenaline and a crowd, and there had to be something on the line for that weight to feel a little weightless. And yeah, that was the goal. I wanted to hit 400. So I was like, going into that event, that was the number I wanted to hit. And I wasn't really, it was weird because we had an event right after this. It was a 2-parter. So I was trying to like hit 400, but stay pretty even kill enough because I was more nervous about the sprint we had to do right after this than the actual clean.
Wow.
And yeah, because there was an event in semifinals in 2022 or 23. Yeah, 23. And it was a max snatch into a 500-meter sprint. And I hit 305. I PR'd my snatch there. And I started celebrating, and it was like a buzzer beater snatch. Like I hit it with like 2 seconds left, and crowd went crazy. I went crazy. I like throw on my belt. Like I hit 305. Like I think I won the event. And I'm going crazy. And we had like a 2-minute reset, and I had this huge adrenaline dump, massive adrenaline dump in those 2 minutes. Because I was basically like on cloud 9, and then all of a sudden I have to like try to get myself to like come back down in 2 minutes. And, we start the second event and we hit, I think it was like 8 snatches at 185 into a 500-meter run. And we're going through it, and I get on that run, and I'm like, I have nothing to give anymore. Like it was like
What year was that, Jayson? What year was that?
23.
Okay.
Semifinals. And it was like an obvious adrenaline dump. Like I'm tanking right now. In the first 100 meters, I have nothing. Like there's nothing to give. Like there's no more adrenaline. There's no more anything because of the adrenaline dump. And so I brought that experience into this, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna hit 400, and then I'm gonna act like I've hit it before. Like that was kind of the mindset.
Yeah, I was tripping on how calm you were.
Yeah, I didn't want to get to the second part of the event and basically have nothing to give or be in the same situation. So it was a very that was the mindset. Like the way I hit this lift is you're not gonna know if it's a PR or not. It's gonna be pretty even kill. It's gonna look like I've done it before, like I said. And so I went 365, 385, 400.
How did 385 feel?
Felt great. I hit it. And then I hit it within the first, I think it was an 7-minute event. I remember having 4 minutes of just sitting around because I just hit 3 lifts and I hit 400 and I was like, all right, I don't want to hit anything else. So I just got ready. I got ready for the next one, and people were saying I had more in the tank. But the thing is, that's when you set your mind. When I set my mind on 400, once I hit it, there's really I wouldn't have the same approach to anything higher because I set the limit at I set the goal at 400. So going into the next lift, let's say I put 405 or 410 on it, there wouldn't be the same adrenaline approach of okay, this is it. This is the lift that I've been waiting for. The attack, it wouldn't be as relentless, and because I just didn't I didn't set my mind to it. And I think it's the reason we missed 350 sandbag, the max 350 at the games in 2023 is because we all had the bags out there and they all went up to 340. And so everybody set their mind on okay, 340 is the number I got to get to. And then all of a sudden we all hit 340 and they're like, all right, 350, come out. And we all missed it. And it's because we didn't 340 was the number we set. And so 400 was the number I set in my mind. And so anything after that, it was kind of you get a little soft towards it. You're okay, I got my number. This is just a fun lift. Let's just see how much more we could do. And when you're talking about a PR, you can't have that approach. It has to be you got to bring everything to the table because it's gonna come down to a percent. Can you it's gonna be close.
Look at that's beautiful, isn't it?
I would say looks pretty
bar position, arms straight, just exploded, heels barely coming off the ground. That's beautiful. God, that's crazy. Hey, when you go out there, is there a dear God moment? Or are you cueing yourself? Do you ever just be okay, God, this is whatever you're doing, get off this shit or I'm gonna need you on this one?
I mean, I definitely pray a lot for sure.
You do during the event, you are praying a lot?
Yeah.
And can you give me an idea of what you pray about?
Typically I feel when I walk out to an event, I feel very alone. A very leading up to the event, I have a lot of people around me and even L's in the background warming me up. But when I'm in the corral, when I'm walking out there, I feel very alone, isolated. I'm the only one out here. I have to go through this by myself. And, I don't there's a sense of when I pray, I'm basically asking Lord, will you, are you here? That's the question I'm always asking him. And are you here? And just waiting to hear his voice back and return me like I'm with you is a very calming thing to hear. And that I pray one thing I really do pray a lot is in the middle of that. If I'm like very aware, if it's like a longer workout and like I'm on a machine and I'm like able to like think through things and something like that, I'll ask him to like, give me air in my lungs to be able to do this. Like, give me everything I need. Continue to equip me, whether it's like in the middle of a workout, like I need you. Like I'm unable to do this without you. Is what the senses of all the prayer in that moment is.
That's the continuous.
Yeah. Like there's a lot. There's a lot of things I could pray. Like I have a relationship with him. Like there's not one thing I say every single time, like a religious thing. It's a conversation happening. But the overall theme is always, hey, I don't want to do this by myself. Would you come alongside me? Give me everything I need. The strength, the, air in my lungs, the mindset, like just do this with me.
Hey, that's really powerful in the sense that, it's enough just not to be alone. Like, hey, Are you there? Yep, I'm here. Okay. And that's like enough. It's kind of like a little kid, like when they, you know what I mean? Like you walk a kid, like if I'm walking one of my kids to fight in a jiu-jitsu tournament, there's nothing I can do. They know there's nothing I can do. They just want me to walk to the court side with them.
All right.
That's it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how that's the theme I'm saying. Like for you, it's enough just that, yeah, I'm here. Oh, you're like, oh, yeah. Good. Yeah, that's cool.
I mean, you're basically talking about you just describing a relationship with the Lord. I mean, that's it. It's just a father with with his kids going throughout life. It's not anything more than that. Like we put so much more like guardrails around what it looks like and what it has to look like or what it should look like and having a relationship with the Lord and being a follower of Jesus is simply, what you just described, being a father to your sons. It's walking throughout life together and enjoying it. And it's not a ladder. People think Christianity is a ladder that you climb and get closer to the Lord. It's more of this, it's not, you're not climbing anywhere. It's a journey. And there'll be bumps along the way. There'll be, it's not always gonna be smooth sailing. No one, anybody would tell you that. That's not anything in life, but it's definitely not something that you climb or, you don't get closer to God by, taking, I guess, the next step higher. It's more so just, it's a walk. If you open the Bible, there's so many references and stories about walking with the Lord. You don't walk this way. And I would say a lot of people, I wish a lot of people understood that because it's a lot more freeing.
Yeah, you're not getting promoted to higher levels.
All right.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's really cool how you described it. Who hated Sevon and crew more, USA or World?
I would say I couldn't tell actually.
A dead even tie. It was USA for sure. The World team loves me, but the World team loves me. What am I doing here? Oh, I wanted to ask you if you've ever slipped off of this thing before. Every time I watch you do this, I don't know why. It's not because of you, but I keep thinking, oh, what is going on here? What is this?
I'm glad you asked. We are renovating my shed in the back. We're building.
Did you tear it down completely, or that's just like just inside shit?
No, that's inside. We're doing a whole complete renovation on it, and that was all the stuff inside. We broke down all the walls, insulation, all that good stuff.
Do you know what these pictures show me? This is when I see this. I see you're working out and she's at home renovating. You know what I mean? That's the way I read that.
Hey, go back to that picture.
Yeah, this one?
No, this is going to sound crazy. But when I tell you that I came home, we got this truck delivered. We were renting it, and we got this truck delivered, and he dropped it off, and I left for training. When I came back, that was what it looked like.
Oh, she did do that. That is what happened?
She did that. Now, all that stuff was already torn down. Like I went in there and basically destroyed most of it. So I was like, had all that stuff stripped from the walls, and had
Hammers
insulation.
and crowbars
all
and
all
sawing.
that
You
good
did all
stuff.
that, yeah.
A lot of, not all of it, but most of it. Somebody else helped, but none of it was in the truck. So like I came home and she had put all that in the truck.
Damn, that's crazy.
I mean,
Hey, and look how organized it is. It's totally a chick did it.
That's how you know. That's how you know it wasn't me.
Because it would be all piled like this and shit if you and the boys were there, just throwing it from as far away as you can. Yeah, she probably set every piece in there.
I mean, yeah, for sure.
Like, you know what I mean? Like in its spot, like she was rebuilding a Jenga. That's crazy. Well, I'm glad I read that right, because this is how I saw it. I'm like, okay, he's working out. She's at home. Oh shit, doing demolition. Hey, you ever slip off the front of this? Every time I see you do it, I'm like, oh shit, what if he slips off the front?
Yeah, I have.
Just like take a shot to the chest or the stomach. Is that the same thickness as the one at the games, or thicker?
They don't use that at the games. They use that at Rogue.
Oh, what didn't they
I think
use?
it's the same size. We try to make it, as best we could to match it. But when it gets slippery, my technique's not the best on that. You're supposed to have a little bit more upright torso whenever you're turning over, and you can see that my torso is pretty flat, and so if it's slippery, your hands can kind of slip, and you can honestly fall back off of it.
Yeah, that would be fucked up. Has that ever happened to you?
Yeah, I mean, I catch myself and land on my feet, but yeah.
Didn't they have some thick bar, muscle up bar at the games one year?
I don't think so.
Was it at a semifinal? There was something. It didn't look smooth like that. You think I'm confusing Rogue with the games?
Maybe. I don't remember doing any of that at the games.
Okay, for some reason I thought in Madison there was a. How about that bike event? You know the bike event in Madison where you had to come in? Those were toes to bar.
You might be thinking about like the log sandbag where they have to toss sandbags over a log.
I'm waiting for 2020 games. No. There was something. I feel like there was some thick muscle up bar at the games. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm conflating. It's Rogue thing, not the games. Okay, all right. That's the first helpful thing you've ever said, Mr. Dragon. Are you going to Copenhagen? Is that the plan?
Yeah.
And what do you think about all these competitions, one right after another after another? Are you having fun, or is any part of you like, oh, I just want to stay home, or how are you managing it?
I would say it's probably in between those. I am having fun. Like I do enjoy meeting up and hanging out with all the guys and throwing down, but it is a lot, and it is something to try to manage as best you can. So. Yeah, I mean, it's the first time we've done it, so it's just we're getting feedback as we go throughout. But I think for the most part, I do enjoy it because it's a good opportunity. It's it's fun. I mean, if you go out there and do well, I mean, that's definitely where you can have the most fun. I mean, it's not fun whenever. I mean, I took 8th at World Fitness Project, so like that wasn't very fun taking 8th. So I mean, I guess if you have the right mindset going into these competitions, and you're not there to just like check the box, then I feel like your mindset and approach towards them is pretty much, what it's going to come down to. But it is a lot of competing.
How'd you do last year at Rogue?
3rd.
What was that belt thing you were holding up?
Wait, are you mixing? Are you getting Copenhagen and Scotland confused?
I don't think so. Isn't this the Rogue Invitational?
Yeah, but that's not in Copenhagen.
Oh, I know. I pivoted.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm really excited for Rogue. I'll tell you that. Like, I would say my excitement towards Rogue is close to the games.
It's a shitload of money.
Yeah, I mean they do that whole competition right. I mean all the events are fun. I mean, inside that Coliseum, oh, not a Coliseum, convention center. I don't even know if it's called a convention center. Inside that, and yeah,
it's life-changing money.
I mean, yeah, that's part of it, but I mean, they put on a show.
Right. Okay. But yeah. Okay.
I mean,
fine.
you really have fun at Rogue. Like, I'm not just saying that. Like, even if at Dell Diamond, you're on a baseball field, you're running up a hill in center field, like you're getting done with every single event they put on, and you're like, man, that was a good time. You could take last and be like, all right, that was a good time. And
you're let me I'm not gonna let you pussyfoot around. You're training to win Rogue.
yes,
You were not training to win Waza. You were not training to win WFP. I'm not saying you didn't go there and try your hardest. You already said you didn't like taking 8th, but you're training. You're like, hey, Al, give me the winning program for the next month.
Yeah.
I won't go over there and win this shit and get that money. I mean, and have fun. And have fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I definitely want to win it. I want to, I think it'd be cool to say you won the CrossFit Games and you won the Rogue Invitational.
Yeah, that's pretty badass.
Yeah.
Will you do Waza knowing that it's during the Open? Oh yeah. Will you go to you think you'll go to Miami? Get the 26.3 score?
I mean, if they invite me to do the Open there, I'm 100% in.
Sorry. They're going to announce the Open there, and I think it's going to be one of the workouts there. I think that's what they were insinuating.
Oh. I mean, who knows? I haven't even thought about that.
Okay, yeah, he hasn't even thought about it. Yeah, he hasn't even thought. Thanks for asking though. Thanks for the $2. Hey, who has a better relationship with Dave? You or Justin?
Is that a question?
Yeah. Question. Who has a better relationship, Jayson Hopper?
It was a sarcastic. Is that a question? I would say I can't speak on their relationship. I will say it's very evident that I talk to him more.
Okay.
You like that political answer?
That was great. That was great. Who has a better relationship with Dave, you or Danielle Brandon?
I don't know. I don't know what the relationship is like. I would say I talk to Dave a lot.
Okay, give you a fucking easy one. This I made this game too hard. Who has a better relationship with Dave, you or Pat Vellner?
Okay, me.
Hey, dude,
how am I supposed to know what Danielle and Dave, the status of their relationship?
I don't know. Just because you guys are hanging out, you guys hang out, you guys talk, you guys are bros. What did her and Dave's and Tia's relationship look like? Did it look good?
Hold on. Someone said prove it and called Dave. No, I'm not gonna do that. I would never do that.
Biggest show of the year was when you and Dave came on last time, by far.
Actually, I'll call him, see what he says.
You're gonna ask him who has a better relationship?
I'll FaceTime him. Can you hear this?
Yeah. Ask him if you have a better relationship with him than Danielle or Tia or Pat.
Well, it's 8 o'clock in the morning in California, so he's probably sleeping.
No, he's not sleeping.
Sometimes you wake up. I wake up at 8:30.
Seriously, you wake up at 8:30? Is that really what time you wake up?
No, that's what time Dallin wakes up, but I'm not gonna throw him under the rug.
God, that seems so late.
It's all right. It's only when I go to bed late. Or when we go to bed late. We have the same exact sleep schedule. He's a little bit more he stays up way later than I do.
What, just like watching TV and shit?
I think he stays until like midnight every night, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Dave has already killed 2 mountain lions today. Grace Ann wakes up at 5:30.
Facts. I think I try to get in bed at, a reasonable hour is a good night is 10:30. Like that's perfect. 10:30.
And then get up at what time? 6:30?
7:30.
8 hours sleep, 9 hours sleep. Is that the goal? 9 hours sleep?
Yeah, so it really comes down to when I get in bed because I have to prioritize having 9 hours of sleep. And so if I get in bed, later, it just pushes back what time I wake up.
Do you set an alarm?
Yes.
Do you own a scooter?
No.
Oh, this isn't yours? God, I was so hoping this was going to be yours. That's not yours?
No.
Oh, damn.
That's
You
not a
ever thought
scooter.
about getting a scooter?
That's not a scooter. That's a moped, bro.
A moped. Why don't you own a moped? Why don't you buy one?
Oh, I mean, for what?
How far is the gym from your house?
45 minutes.
Oh, shit. Really? You drive 45 minutes every day to the gym, Jayson?
Yeah, how crazy is that?
Why do you do that? That's crazy. Do you like
Well,
that?
I'm not gonna have to here soon.
I wonder if that's gonna fuck up your look what happened to Justin when he moved out of Adam Knifer's place. Everything went downhill.
Yeah, I'll definitely have a presence at Crash, but hopefully we can, cut that in half.
What do you do in the car for 45 minutes? Do you listen to music or podcasts or what are you doing?
Watch TikToks.
Whoa, no. You're not joking. Oh my God.
Oh man. I was talking about this with somebody else. We were joking around. Like this can be really hard for you to understand. But when people my age learn how to drive, we learned how to drive and watch Instagram reels at the same time. So like we learned those things at the same time. So like it wasn't we were driving and then somehow down the road we brought in the skill.
Right.
We brought in the skill of being on Instagram.
Right.
It's like we learned these
Right.
things at the same time. So it's like we've always been good at it.
Right. Hey, do you have one of those things that sticks to your windshield and then you put your phone on it like an Uber driver?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the air vent. It's the air vent, but yeah.
Yeah, that thing's gold.
I know.
You
It's
have
like
one of those?
right next to the wheel. It's just like this.
I don't know how anyone doesn't own one of those things. I got this one off of Instagram for $10 and you can just take it and put it on any car.
Yeah.
And it's fucking so nice. You just stick it to the windshield and then put your phone right there. Hey, what advice do you have for me moving forward? I keep there's these athletes that I still have good relationships with that I haven't fucked up yet, like Lydia Fish, or like James Sprague, or what advice do you have for me so that because a lot of times I'll have these great relationships. I had this great relationship with Danielle and then it just somewhere it went sideways. Do you have any advice for me on how to keep the relationship on the track? Look, in mine and yours got off to a good start and then went sideways. And then now it's like, I think it's back on the track again.
Just keep being yourself, man.
All right.
Some people are going to like it. Some people won't. I think you should think more so about something I'm trying to do personally is think more before I speak. So I would pass that recommendation on to you. Just before you utter something out of your mouth, think, what kind of value is this going to bring to the world?
Who the fuck are you to tell me how to talk? You're only fucking 18.
I just read this morning in my Bible, we shouldn't be talking idly. You know what that means?
Yeah. I think I know what it means. When I see kids eat sugar, I see them do that. When I see people drink too much caffeine, I see them do that. Is that what that means? Tell me, what's it mean? Tell me. I'm open.
I mean, it just means basically don't say anything that's useless.
And then on the other hand, what you're saying, which I do think is very sound advice, remember, I extrapolated from it, but words have power. And when you hear what you want to say, it's not like you're saying censor yourself or not be yourself, but think about what the effect might be.
All right.
And is it the effect you want?
All right.
All right. Thanks for coming on.
This is good. I'm gonna go run now.
All right. How far?
There are intervals, so I'm not sure.
All right.
Couple miles fast.
Well, congratulations. You have a wife that's working hard at home to build you a gym. You have a great coach. You have road coming up.
Graceland brings way more value to my life than just working for me.
And and you're walking with God. So it's perfect.
There's always room for improvement, but like I said, man, it's a journey.
Yeah. All right, brother. I really appreciate you coming on, Jayson.
This was fun.
Ciao. Talk to you soon. Oh, wait, do you guys have a podcast tonight?
I do not believe so. Maybe Monday,
Oh.
next Monday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I hope you don't get in trouble for coming on here.
I won't, man. I make my own decisions.
All right. If you say so.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Later. Bye.
The great Jayson Hopper, fittest man alive. What a stud. Where I saw Mr. Thomas in here, Mr. Jufro. Sugar causes kids to get amped up and crazy. Has been debunked. Sugar does not do that. It just makes you fat. Oh. Well, buddy, when you have kids and you're sitting at the dinner table and you watch them drink down a cup of lemonade, you can tell me which and you have the kid who doesn't suck down the cup of lemonade, you can tell me which kid's cooler. And you can be like, wow, that's weird. I thought studies debunk this. Okay, I'm going to believe the studies and not my own eyes and ears. Debunked it. I dropped my pen. I have the world's smallest notepad today. My wife got it for me. I shouldn't complain. It's better than no notepad. Oh, darn it. I forgot to ask Jayson who he thought killed Charlie Kirk. Son of a bitch. That's too bad Dave didn't answer. Should I call Dave now? You're not even going to believe this. This video I'm about to show you is from, this is the CEO of YouTube I'm about to show you. A former CEO, Susan Wojcicki. This video is old. This is during COVID. Listen to this. This is during COVID. I can't even believe this was our country. Listen, this is this former CEO of is it Google or YouTube? YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki.
Vaccine hesitancy, videos that cause a public health risk. Where do you want to see YouTube do better?
The interviewer asked, what are you going to do about videos that talk about vaccine risk or vaccine hesitancy? And what do you want to do better?
Well, first of all, we've taken responsibility very seriously.
We've taken the responsibility very seriously when it comes to videos about vaccine hesitancy.
And one of my top priorities. And with regard to COVID and with regard to vaccines, that has been a top priority for us.
So it's been a top. So if you just start listening to this, she's like, it's a top priority regarding videos about vaccines and COVID. So you would think when you first hear that, if you're of sound mind, you'd be like, okay, you'd let the open debate occur, right? Because she takes it very seriously.
And we have a number of different ways that we address that. So first of all, we want to make sure that if there's information that violates our policies, we can
information that violates our policies.
Came up with 10 different policies around COVID. Then if that's a violation of policies, then that's something that we'll remove. We removed over 1 million videos associated with COVID.
They removed 1 million videos. fucking million videos regarding COVID, including everything from the Children's Health Defense Fund. It's bonkers. That was our world, or is our world. She's saying it like she did something positive. She's saying it like she did something positive by shutting down the other half of the conversation. Jason Miller, going back to the kids on sugar thing, I think you're confusing stimulant with rapidly digested source of energy. I don't know who you're talking to, me or him, Mr. Smarty Pants, Mr. Thomas the Smarty Pants. But I'm telling you, if you think that kids act the same, who eat a buttload of sugar, and kids that don't, you're out of your mind. Like you see, they start. I'll see it at Halloween. My kids will have a little piece of candy, and they'll start doing that thing that I see a lot of kids do, where they just start like just chattering, like da 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 da. That thing that kids will do. They'll just start perseverating. You'll see that. I don't care what you call it. Oh, I was talking to Thomas. Oh, okay. Cancel culture is so bad. And it continues today, as we see, with the horrible killing and subsequent firings of people with opinions about it. Here's the thing, dude, Thomas, that you're not understanding. You really got to get your head wrapped around this. There's a nuance. We had a shit ton of people who were fired who were for equality and truth. And there were these people who were mischaracterizing them as homophobic and bigots and racists. It's like this, dude. The crazy people were running the asylum and putting the sane people in the crazy house, trying to put them in the crazy house. I'm not refuting what you're saying. I'm just saying to use that as a sweeping example without putting context in it. It's kind of like gun control. Like you don't want to give you don't want to give a crazy person a gun, right? Ideally, and then it gets a little muddied water there. Who's to determine what's crazy? And we have shitloads of data. We have shitloads of data that show that the people who've been supposedly trying to help black people for the last 50 years have only been fucking hurting them. It's not like some stretch of the fucking imagination. Matter of fact, there's no data that shows otherwise. And so when you get people who are celebrating the death of someone and being happy that they died, you might not want to work with them. That's like the ultimate frontier. No one's getting canceled for saying like fuck recycling. No one's getting canceled for that. People are getting canceled for trying to fucking be truly supportive of blacks and homosexuals and marginalized people. People are getting fired for that. For having an honest dialogue about it. Hey, go ahead.
Hey, do we have a new Pat Lang in the chat?
Or it's the old Pat Lang.
Thomas. Maybe that's his middle name.
I hope it's him.
Me too. So it's been a while since I called in to ask about or to talk about dating. It's been a minute, but that's what I'm calling about. I want to get your take on this. So I'm gonna give you a backstory, quick backstory.
I don't know shit about dating. I haven't dated in so long I forgot. But I'll give you my 2 cents anyway. Go ahead. I have opinions about everything.
I appreciate it. So backstory, as far as my mentality in this current situation, 20 or so years ago, I worked with this chick, super beautiful, very good looking girl. And we end up hooking up, right? Well, come to find out afterwards, and this is like the guiltiest I've ever felt, was that she had a boyfriend that was deployed at the time. And when I found that out, I'm like, oh man, I gotta vet better. I can't be getting with women that have boyfriends or husbands, you know what I mean? So that's where my mentality has been for quite some years. So fast forward a couple of days ago, matched with this cute young lady on the dating apps, and we get to talking, and she's really cool, attractive, all the things, right? So then I find out eventually through our conversating that she's in a trial separation from her husband, who she has a couple kids with, right?
Mhm.
And immediately my mindset is like, oh, well, I don't like that. And honestly, when I first started going through divorce and we were trial separating, last thing I was thinking of was like other women, like hooking up with other women. Like it was like, I need to save my marriage, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, my mentality went to like, all right, wait, if I'm in this guy's shoes, my wife, I'm quote unquote separated from, and I don't know the rules of separation, but like she's already going out like right away to create a dating profile, match with some dude, and she wants to go out on a date this weekend. And I'm just like, I don't know, man. Like I don't.
How did you find out she's going through a trial? How did you find out she's going through a trial separation?
She told me.
What does that mean exactly? But you haven't dated her yet. She told you like on the dating app.
Yeah, we through texting. I was telling her, you get to know each other. I'm telling her about my situation and how I went through divorce a couple of years ago and the fallout and all the things. And she's like, yeah, well,
do they have kids?
She's like, I'm going through a child separation. She's like, I got a 9 and 11-year-old. We're trying this trial separation thing out. And as soon as she said it, I wanted to be like, never mind. Sorry, unmatched, move on. But I don't know, dude. I don't want to be like, I don't want to limit what could be, I guess, if that makes sense.
How long? So they were married for 9 years at least?
She's been married at least 11 years because they have a 9 and 11-year-old. So at least 11 years she's been married. Very recently, they've started this trial separation. She said she's been hanging on for this marriage for years, for the kids, blah, blah, blah. But again, I'm putting myself in homeboy's situation. Like I don't want to be going back to my story from 20 years ago. I don't want to be the guy that's, taking your girl out on a date, hooking up. Like that. It's like,
what if you found out her husband was already putting the D to some chicks?
So I thought about that too, and I kind of anticipated you would probably say something like that. I kind of thought about that too. I also thought, maybe this is a situation where he's actually like I thought the opposite. Maybe he's a really good dude and she's the problem, and like he wouldn't mind if this is happening. Like maybe he wants out too. But I definitely thought of that situation. Maybe he's out there, already D'ing it up,
Yeah, it's crazy. Or maybe she's punishing him. I cannot imagine. How old is she?
37.
Yeah, I guess I get it. I cannot imagine ever dating anyone else. I'm not like so, but at 37, at 37, those creatures have needs. I don't know.
Oh, absolutely. She's made that abundantly clear already. But
yeah, they have needs. Oh boy, I don't know. I'd like to see how this one plays out. What if you went out with her, but you just didn't put it to her, just for a little while?
That's asking a lot, dude. That's asking a lot. No, okay. I think I can. I think I'm 40 years old now. I think I got enough control over my second brain. But it's I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think on this weekend, I think she said Saturday, we'll go hang out have a few drinks, and then if she tries anything more, it's kind of one of those where I kind of, pause button before we let this go any further.
Right.
And then see how she responds. Like, is she cool with that? Does she take issue with that? Is she just looking for some half black D? I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah. Oh, keep
But
me posted.
anyways,
I'm
maybe
so
this will be-
curious. I'm so curious. Does she have a good body? Is it going to be hard?
Yeah, man, she's good looking. She's really good looking. She was. I think she said she played basketball in high school for a lot of years, or in high school, and then played after for a lot of years, and keeps herself in shape. And like she's a pretty lady. So yeah, it'll be hard, but this could be dating saga number 2 for me. So I'll definitely keep you posted on
Please
that.
keep me
See how that
posted.
goes.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
All right, Doc.
Oh wait,
enjoy the rest
is
of your
she
day.
libtarded?
Oh, so I don't know yet. I'll tell you this.
Mhm.
On this particular dating app, you can put that. You can put are you liberal, Republican, conservative, whatever. She didn't fill that out, but you can also put causes that you are, whatever cause you support. And one of them was Black Lives Matter. So I saw that in her profile after we had matched and we had been chatting, and then I was scrolling through her profile again, and I saw causes that she supports, and it was that. And I'm like, that'll be automatic disqualifier. If I go out with this chick on Saturday and she's one of them, it's all right. Sorry, this ain't gonna work. I'm out.
Maybe you could convert her.
So
Maybe you could convert her for
we
the sake.
tried that already, bro.
I know. I like it. It's good drama.
We'll see. I'll keep you posted for sure.
Okay. Bye.
All right, Doc. See ya.
God, I love dating stories. Thomas, the same people who got mad that Roseanne was fired for calling Obama an ape. I don't think you wrote this right. Are mad what Kimmel said Tyler Robinson is MAGA, make it make sense. I don't even know what you're saying, honestly, dude. I think that was written wrong. Either that or I'm dumb. Rewrite it. Rewrite it. Did you guys see Ben Affleck's daughter? This is truly crazy. How Ben Affleck's daughter spoke at the United Nations. Why is she speaking at the United Nations? This is nuts. This is Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner's daughter. This is nuts. This is crazier than Thomas. Here we go.
Here's what we know about SARS-CoV-2. It is airborne, floating and lingering in the air. One infection can result in disabling damage to almost every cell in the body, from the brain and heart to the nerves and blood vessels. Every subsequent infection increases the risk of long COVID and places people who already have it in greater danger. Here's what we don't know, is what it does.
Oh, not Ben Stiller's daughter. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner's daughter. But it could be. This is just recently. This is like yesterday. She's wearing a mask and speaking to the United Nations about COVID. She says that we should still have mask mandates.
To reinfect.
She's addressing the UN.
Children over and over and over again with no end point in sight from the day they are born. We are about to find out. As Dr. Akiko Iwasaki says, at this point, the whole population is the control group. And after only 5 years.
No, the whole population is not the control group, dear. There's only a few of us that are the control group. Just a few.
Long COVID has surpassed asthma as the most common chronic illness in children. 5 years. I am terrified for the children who do not or soon will not know a world without debilitating pain and exhaustion, who cannot trust their bodies to play, explore, and imagine, and who will not know the potential of their own minds unfettered by the cognitive damage from a COVID-19 infection. And I am furious on their behalf. It is neglect of the highest order to look children in the eyes and say, we knew how to protect you, and we didn't do it. We have access to a technology to prevent airborne disease, something that millions of our ancestors.
Imagine they just injected, I don't know what the number is. I don't know if it's half the kids on the planet or 80% with an experimental vaccine Not even a vaccine. They lied to you. It's not a vaccine. And she's concerned with COVID. Crazy.
And millions of people around the world today would kill for, and we refuse to use it. And I shudder to think of where we will be in another 5 years of unmitigated infection and reinfection.
What is she even talking about? How did she get to speak at the UN about this bullshit? She's 19. She doesn't even know she didn't even say anything. She's so happy she was able to pronounce that Japanese doctor's name. That's like her crowning achievement in life, that she could say Yago Wasaki Waka. Preacher Boy, she looks like a good listener. She's enrolled at Yale. Yeah, of course she is. I agree. Those Aquafina bottles do look dope. I was looking at those too. I'm a sucker for tin cans, even though they're probably sprayed with, they are sprayed with plastic inside. You gotta go glass. Yeah, she needs she needs a hot pocket and some Tylenol. I agree. I don't think she's hotter. She's Greta with a hotter gene pool. Yeah, but she's not hotter. She's clearly malnourished, mousy girl who's dimmed her own light and been brainwashed, completely indoctrinated. It's crazy. Imagine being 19 years old and being worried about that shit. It's nuts that she got to speak at the United Nations. That's because her husband banged J-Lo. What is going on with this ad? Ben Affleck, Jennifer Garner's daughter, calls for mask mandates at UN due to ongoing pandemic. That's in quotes. She made emotional pleas while wearing a KN95 mask as part of the Healthy Indoor Air, a global call to action. Here it is. The Yale freshman who contracted a post-viral condition in 2019 lectured world leaders about how the world's ignoring the ongoing pandemic and claimed mask mandates were dropped too quickly. She also criticizes adults for their relentless back to normal. Yeah, that was crazy. Everything should have always been normal. Ignoring and downplaying and concealing both the prevalence of airborne transmission and the threat of long COVID manifested in a series of choices. I mean, this is just nuts. I wonder what she wants. I would love to know what she wants. It's probably even crazier. She wants everyone just to always be wearing masks from here to eternity. Imagine if we could get her that passionate about kids not eating sugar. Do you guys keep seeing that giant fly come through here? The Dick Pouch undies finally disappeared. Yeah, that was from yesterday's search. Corey Leonard, I bet she's a lot of fun at parties. That's it, and we fund that with our tax money. The UN. The UN is a joke. I heard Ed Dowd speak yesterday, and he was basically saying that the European Union's about to collapse, that they can't even finance the European Parliament anymore. Thank God. It kind of sucks how many crazies there are out there. I'm going to take you from one crazy to another. This is beyond fat shit crazy. So, but beyond fat shit crazy, bat-shit crazy. That should be a new term, fat shit crazy. I heard I'm trying to think who I heard yesterday. This doctor was basically saying the fatter you are, the smaller your brain is, that basically obesity causes brain shrinkage. And I feel like we've known that forever. People who are eating shit think like shit. What I'm about to show you is almost unfathomable, except you're actually going to hear it. But just think about all the things in the world that make you fat, like everywhere you go. Like I'm here in Newport Beach, and every day I pass 4 stores that if you go into, you're fat. Donut stores, pastry stores, bars. It's just all shit. It's just all there's poison everywhere. There's an opportunity to consume poison everywhere at all times, and there's never a lack of resources or lack of opportunity to consume poison ever. Yeah, Schwarzenegger's. I think Schwarzenegger's daughter, Chris Pratt's wife, is a COVID loony. Someone in Schwarzenegger's family was a loony. You know, it wasn't until after COVID that I realized that some people actually really did quarantine. I don't know anyone who actually quarantined. I didn't see it in the part of California I'm in. At least I didn't know anyone. But quarantining, I can't believe people did that. And I think I think maybe she did it. The lady you're referring to did it for like over a year. That's nuts. I guess a lot of people were quarantining because for a year there was no traffic in my town. Like it just went away. My cousin in Cali said there's a new COVID virus. Take precaution. Something definitely swept through here this year. I don't know what it was. Everyone I talked to, boys, keep it down, please. The something swept through my town. Everyone I know called it pneumonia. Probably half dozen people had pneumonia. Pretty easy for rich people to quarantine. I wish COVID would come back. Anyway, this is going to blow you away. Here we go.
Whittle down every single fat person. They're so excited that they found a drug that makes it so we don't exist anymore. And again, not to devalue any of these things. I consider them all very important. If tomorrow they released a drug that said, okay, we cured blackness. If you just take this pill, you can be white. And then the problem will be fixed. The blackness wasn't the problem. The problem was the system.
It was rap music?
That ever made anyone think they needed to be anything other than what they are. Ozempic and these weight loss drugs are they're trying to exterminate fat people. They want to get rid of us.
She's equating, like we already established, there's opportunity to consume shit that will make you fat everywhere, but she's equating the use of Ozempic as a genocide on fat people because it will turn them skinny. What fucking reality do these fucking people live in?
Fat phobia is racism.
Look how excited she is that she came up with that. She's so excited.
Racism is classism. Classism is racism.
She doesn't even know what the fuck she's saying now. She's the victimhood final boss. So she thinks because there's Ozempic that it could eliminate all of the fat people. And turn them into skinny people. Like a pill that if we gave black people, it would turn them all white. Thomas, please weigh in. This is nuts. Yeah, Ozempic is it's a genocidal pill for fat people. Have you seen this thing going on? Now they're trying to there's all these parents posting that like they're defending autism the same way they defended trans kids, the woke people are. They're saying that it's I don't even know what their wording is. Let me see. I had their wording somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. I saw this yesterday. Autism is not something to be blamed on a pill or a parent. It is a way of being human that deserves acceptance, respect, and support. Do you see the whole conflation of all of that? That's not even a those the way it's worded. Autism is not something to be blamed on a pill. Yes, it is. It's totally something to be blamed on something. But if you do, that means they're suggesting that you don't accept them, respect them, or support them, like they're exclusive. Like if for some reason you don't acknowledge that someone lost their leg in a motorcycle accident and it happened from the motorcycle accident, like, hey, you can't talk about the fact that they lost their leg in a motorcycle accident, because if you do, that means you don't accept them, respect them, and support them. It's like, no, if you lost your leg in a motorcycle accident, we can talk about how you lost your leg in a motorcycle accident, and we can also accept you, respect you, and support you. But hey, man, you're not like the rest of us. You have a fucking leg missing that you lost in a motorcycle accident. Things are different for you. And so listen to the way this is phrased again. Autism is not something to be blamed on a pill or a parent. Like what? And what do you mean blamed? How about you just take out blame? Autism is something that's caused by a pill or something a parent took while they were pregnant. Or come up with your reason, whatever your reason is. But it's not some sort of like, it's not a part of the, if you believe in evolution, it's not part of the evolutionary process, like how we crawled out of the water, were apes, and then turned into humans. It's not part of that. It's more like a motorcycle accident. It's more like you were drunk while you were riding a motorcycle, you got in an accident, lost your leg. What's the term? What's the word? Mutually exclusive. This is batshit nuts. Hey, I so can't accept the fact of the motorcycle accident my kid was in that I'm not going to let you say it. I'm going to deny the fact that my kid only has one leg. The ability to do self-reflection, take personal accountability is apparently very rare these days. I mean, we are living with batshit crazy people. I was a single mom working at a CrossFit gym during COVID. I lost so many friends because I wouldn't get vaxxed or couldn't just stay home from work because I had a cold. It was a crazy time. Isn't the correlation really weak when controlled for siblings? I think I saw something like that. Hey, I'm not suggesting that they've found the mechanism in which autism rates have skyrocketed. I'm just saying that I'm not gonna accept it as like, oh, yep, it's just where we are in our evolutionary process. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna act like a crazy. Not your best work. What are you talking about? I thought that was amazing. The Tylenol thing has been known for at least 10 years. I knew about it when I was having kids. Of course you did. Of course you did. Because you know why we all know that you're not supposed to take Tylenol while you're pregnant or give it to kids? Because it says so right here on Tylenol's own Twitter account. We actually don't recommend using any of our products while pregnant. Thank you for taking the time to voice your concerns today. I think what he's saying is, I don't know exactly what CrossFit's saying. I didn't look at it too closely. I know what he's referencing. I think what he's saying is that you could have siblings who are raised identical, and one of them has autism and one of them doesn't. My wife was told 20 years ago to not take Tylenol while she was pregnant as well. Yeah, and shitloads of doctors told their patients to take Tylenol. And they give Tylenol to kids right before they take their vaccines, often. And right when they finish taking the vaccine. Yeah, exactly. Who the fuck is doing Tylenol while pregnant? It's crazy. You mean you're not going to accept the disease as normal? Strange. I know, right? Thomas, listen, dude. Do you really think Tylenol is the main antagonist here? No, we just said we didn't think that, or I didn't think that. No, and this is wrong too. Sounds like they panicked and needed something to announce before the September deadline. No, not at all. You couldn't be further from the truth. Caller, hi. Hello. Hello. I hung up on you. How about the OB telling me to take aspirin during pregnancy to help lower the chance of preeclampsia? We live with we live with loonies. I feel like this is this show should be called Jayson Hopper and then an hour of craziness. If you haven't heard this one, I'm sorry.
It's going to be 6 a.m. finally. And for those of you who don't follow me on Twitter, I recommend that you do. I got a call, very frantic call at 4 o'clock in the morning from a husband
This is a nurse at an ER who got a call from a frantic husband.
whose wife is now dying of liver failure on a ventilator in an ICU because she was trying to prove that Tylenol doesn't cause autism because of what Trump said on the news. Mind you, that's a Harvard study. Now, whether or not you believe the Harvard study or not is not the issue here. The issue is that she's somewhere between 23 to 25 weeks.
A 23 to 25 week pregnant woman saw that Trump said don't take Tylenol. She took so much Tylenol that she went into fucking liver failure, and now she's going to die. And they have to figure out what to do with the woman and the baby.
And she overdosed on Tylenol, and she's going to die. She's not going to come off that ventilator. And the guy got my phone number from somebody. Somebody gave it to him. I mean, guys, it's early in the morning. I'm still in Hello Kitty sweatpants in my gym trying to work out. And she's going to die. It's going to be, let me tell you something about Tylenol overdosing and death, is that if you aren't administered the antidote, it is a very slow and painful death, okay? Because Tylenol, as well as Benadryl and aspirin, are the three.
Crazy. This is reality. This is our cohort of fellow humans. Ma'am, why are you on Twitter instead of dealing with this? Well, she's doing a PSA. The woman is stupid. Good riddance. Here's the thing, dude. She's got a husband and she's pregnant with a kid, and the kid's right at that age in what's it called? Gestation? Is that what it's called? Where they're not sure if they can pull the kid out and the kid will survive or not. I mean, what do you do? What do you do? Anyway, all right. They got a good clip here of some lady with her shirt off chasing Nick Shirley around, saying, "Please suck on my titties." It's pretty crazy. If you haven't seen it, I probably won't play it today.
Press conference about autism was the most irresponsible, dangerous speech that a president could make about public health for so many reasons.
He just called President Trump's speech on Tylenol the most dangerous public health speech ever given. It's like he didn't live through COVID. It's like he didn't live through COVID. I mean, you can just look at this guy and know he's beta cuck retarded. All right. Love you guys. Have a good day. What is today? Thursday. Have fun. Go to the beach. Throw the frisbee. Play football. I've been playing hours of two-hand touch. I taught the boys two-hand touch this weekend, and now it's all they want to play. I'll talk to you guys soon. Love you guys. Bye-bye.